Hello, everyone, and welcome to the discussion tonight. I am Kunle Adewale, and I am going to lead you on the discussion on NFTs for dementia care in Nigeria. Here with us, we have Mr. Kunle Adewale, a wonderful artist, humanitarian, and I'm just going to be here just reading a little bit about what he's done and accomplished in the past. Mr. Adewale is a visual artist, educator, mental health advocate, and arts in health practitioner based in Lagos, Nigeria. He is a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, with a specialization in painting and art history. Mr. Adewale studied civic leadership from Tulane University, New Orleans, arts and health for helping professionals, Charlotte, USA, and arts in medicine at the Arts in Health Research Intensive from University of Florida. Mr. Adewale was certified artist in understanding arts and dementia in the University College London, UK, with medicine and the arts humanization healthcare from University of Cape Town, South Africa, and with a psychology and mental health beyond nature and nurture, University of Liverpool, and also with a qualification in effective fundraising and leadership in arts and culture from the University of Leeds, UK. Mr. Adewale is the is the founder of the Arts in Medicine projects, which impacts his organization, which impacts the organization has had through benefiting 30,000 people since it was founded, including patients, caregivers, family, and community members. As a humanitarian artist, Kunle Adewale's art engagements have benefited seniors living with Alzheimer's disease, dementia, children, adolescents, and youth living with cancer, sickle cell anemia, disabilities such as Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, autism, as well as prison inmates and survivors of terror attacks, refugees in Nigeria, amongst many others around the world. Kunle Adewale has been hosting an innovative and arts technology-based therapeutic sessions for seniors through his pilot project in Nigeria on arts for brain health. Since 2018, Kunle Adewale has been facilitating creative engagements for seniors living with Alzheimer's and dementia in Nigeria, the United States, and Ireland. He was recognized globally as an international leading artist in arts in health programming, where he bagged the Atlantic Fellow for Equality in Brain Health in 2019 at the Global Brain Health Institute University. In 2020, Kunle Adewale collaborated with the Alzheimer's Association of North California and Northern Nevada in the United States to raise funds for the organization through his online art exhibition. Kunle donated thousands of dollars raised from his arts to support the Longest Day campaign to support seniors living with Alzheimer's disease in the United States and in Nigeria. In 2021, Kunle campaigned and championed for the first ever National Arts and Health Conference in Nigeria with a focus on arts, health, and youth. Kunle brought government officials, agencies, diplomatic missions, arts and culture organizations, curators, civil societies, private sectors, and leaders in development and NGO sectors together on this platform. During this program, he has launched the first arts and health innovation hub in Nigeria to support mental health programs. As a senior and a lifelong fellow in the Atlantic Institute, his projects in Nigeria have been supported by the Atlantic Institute based in Oxford, UK, Alzheimer's Association UK, Alzheimer's Society of the Global Brain Health Institute, the University of California, San Francisco, These projects include the Arts for Brain Health, the Bloom Social Horticultural Project for seniors, and the Arts in Medicine Fellowship for students and professionals in the fields of arts and health. Kunle Adewale was shortlisted in April 2022 amongst the emerging NFT creators across the world to attend the Voice NFT residency program, an organization based in the United States, New York. Kunle is the chair of the National Arts and Health Week in Nigeria. Mr. Adewale, congratulations on your new NFT project and residency. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this evening, Nigerian time. So hello everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you all to the evening session of the National Art and Health Week, day 6. So this evening I'm going to be talking about my NFTs for dementia care in Nigeria, where I think it matters. I'm so always very passionate about social good, and I always look for opportunity to leverage platforms where we can mobilize for either local support or global support to continue to provide access and resources for population that might be able to, use it for their good. So for me, it's very essential. It's very important for me. So for me, I try as much as possible to think of innovative ways of facilitating and hosting creative engagement for seniors in Nigeria. I started working with seniors in Nigeria way back in 2018 at Ikorodu side of Lagos, Nigeria, where we do art program to support elderly people with dementia and other cognitive impairment. And then outside that, we've also hosted sessions like music and dance to support this population, because having creative engagement in care home for the elderly in Nigeria is kind of very scarce way back in 2018. And then I partnered with the Alzheimer's, Gabby Williams Alzheimer's Foundation, where we started the Art in Medicine project in support for the brain health of the elderly in Nigeria. Fast forward to being shortlisted as an Atlantic Fellow. Before that time, when I was in college, I have always loved to engage with the senior. I've always loved to interact with the elderly, but unknowing to me that I will actually have something to do with them later on in life. So right while I was on campus, I was already engaging with the elderly. I was already doing stuff, hosting art exhibition to raise funding support to really support seniors who are actually working as janitor, working as cleaners on the university campus. I was doing that innocently, but fast forward to like 10 years after, finding myself working in a space where elderly care for the elderly people is very important. It's just very inspirational, it's revelational, and it's kind of intriguing for me. So in 2019, I was shortlisted as an Atlantic Fellow for Global Brain Health, for Equity Brain Health, yes, by GBHI at the University of California, San Francisco, where I had an amazing experience in research in neuroscience and thinking about creative engagement to improve the brain health of the elderly. And the population that I work with is just an amazing experience. And from working through that, I won a grant support from the Alzheimer's Association in the UK, and also Alzheimer's Society and the Global Brain Health Institute, University of California, San Francisco, to be able to host my my pilot project program, right? So, and then I started, hosting digital arts program for the elderly, where they are taught how to use iPad to create, digital arts. Some of the works that were made were footage and, images and pictures of their lived experience in their favorite neighborhood and all of that. a component of that is the virtual reality, which is like the last segment of the intervention. So around March or so, I started the virtual reality for seniors in Nigeria. Before I proceed from this, I will play a video clip for us to watch very quickly, for us to be able to see what this really look like. I will play that right away now.
Onatola Onajobi is watching some of his favorite musicians and their music videos through a virtual reality headset at a care home in Lagos, Nigeria. The 77-year-old used to be a disc jockey in his heyday. He says the VR unit has helped him connect with music more intimately than ever before.
It looked as if I was watching Richard on stage. He gave me a feeling I can never forget.
The VR experience is all thanks to Kunle Adewale. He is an artist who focuses on what he refers to as therapeutic art projects. After the death of his parents, he decided to make helping senior citizens living the rest of their lives in happiness a priority.
The virtual reality stuff is more of the gaming thing for the youth, but there's so much potential that it can offer in the place of health and improving their well-being and their health status as well. So that is why I started this.
Nigeria's population continues to climb relatively quickly, and analysts have also highlighted a widely ingrained resistance to placing older family members in care facilities. Modupe Augusto runs the elderly care home and insists people's attitude needs to change.
We need to educate people and let them know that old people are not witches. Because they have white hair does not mean they're a witch. They have lived life. They were once young, vibrant, active, just like we are.
While virtual reality cannot replace visits by family and short trips outside the care home, Adewale's Art in Medicine project is a safe way to put smiles on faces and get senior citizens dancing.
Sometimes the seniors get to experience this virtual reality, and it seems that they can't get out of it. It's like they find themselves in the world, in their own world. They stay longer, they want to stay there forever.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Adewale, for sharing.
So it's very important to see the footage I just showed us now. One of the virtual reality sessions that I had with the seniors. In 2021, the United Nations International Day of Older Person theme was digital equity for all ages. This predicates on the necessity on access for older persons to be included in digital space, in digital interactions and all of that. For me, I feel this is very crucial. This is very important to be able to provide opportunity and host, sessions and workshops where older persons can actually explore digital technology. I grew up, and even up to now, not of the recent time where I knew that virtual reality is being used for, by young people, for young people, mostly in the area of sports, in the area of game and all of that. But then maybe even for movie and theater as well, and documentaries. But I have never seen where VR is being used for health purpose. And then interestingly, I got this started in the first place to see where VR really support the health of older person. And some of the sessions we hosted, when I go to the home, one of the things we try to do is to ask them about their favorite musicians or favorite music. And they're like, you watch the man that spoke actually was the first DJ in Nigeria, and to be able to see how he was able to, reconnect, with one of his favorite musicians of all time, Ray Charles. And then, it's intriguing to see how that really helped him to really, it really boost his memory, in a way that, it could relieve the experiences, being a DJ with, with several years of experience, and then being able to virtually, have that experience is just something that is very inspirational. And so some of them, get to connect with their favorite musicians, whether they're from Nigeria or from around the world, and they get to see them virtually, and they get to sing along. And the experience is moving, the experience is terrific. Some of them, one of the things I try to do for communities where they don't have access to internet is that I get to download some of the playlists of the video or music videos and curate them into the VR set. And when I take them to these homes, even without internet access, I could play some of the music for these elderly people, and then they get to connect. They get to connect with the people they used to see growing up. They get to connect to the favorite places. They get to experience nature, and for some of them, the experience is heaven on earth. You get to hear them say, "This is heaven on earth. This is heaven on earth," and it's very beautiful to hear that expression from them. And I also try to host a dance movement, a guided dance movement, meditative dance movement for some of them, where they are actually immersed in a very calming experience where they dance and move their bodies. Some of them that have other cognitive impairment aside from dementia, or they have other health conditions, they're able to actually explore VR, to move their body, to dance, to have joy and to experience happiness. It's just very beautiful to see. It's like the VR really activate the youthfulness in them. Their energy is alive, their enthusiasm is visible, and then you get to see this social interaction start happening among these elderly people. And some of them that are really like withdrawn before, but VR helped them to be socially engaged, even with other seniors in the home. For those that have dementia, the expression of dance and movement are like language of joy, a language of happiness, and language of satisfaction and improved quality of life through this digital technology therapeutic engagement for some of them. I find it very interesting that we could shift the conversation and the perspective on the use of digital technology such as virtual reality from younger generation now to more to older generation, and then thinking of intergenerational engagement between the older generation and the younger generation, how the fusion of the art and technology can be used for health and well-being of older person. One of the things that stood out for me was that, sometimes when they get to wear the VR, these VR sets, it's like they are able to connect to the world they used to find themselves, their own world, right? And then sometimes they're supposed to spend like 4 minutes. You see one person trying to spend 20 minutes. Even as a young person, I don't think I want to wear the VR set for a long time. But interestingly, for the older adults, when the VR makes them stay longer in the VR world. And then for some of them, sometimes, when I ask them to like hand over the VR, they are hesitant to hand over the VR. It's like you trying to introduce a nice food to somebody and say, have a taste. And the person have a taste of that food. And then the person is not able to really like, continually eating from that same plate, like eat enough and can eat more and more. And then so it's more of like, can you please drop this VR set? Can you please give us this VR set? So that is one of the reasons why I want to use the VR, the NFT for social good, to be able to mobilize for support, such that I can buy more VR sets that can be donated to this home. The intention is also to be able to train the carers, the professional carers in this home on how to use VR. Some of them have never used VR in their life. They've never even touched it before, not until when I introduced the VR set to them. And now what I want to do is to train more people across the home. That way our engagement is more sustainable. It's not a one-off, it's not a one-off time thing, but it's more of just doing all of the things that we're doing, all of the great things that we're doing in a sustainable way, in a great way. So I'm going to go very quickly into today. I clocked 41 today. So happy birthday to me anyways. And thanks to all the friends from around the world who are here to celebrate with me on this occasion of my 41st birthday. I've always loved to use special occasions in my life to mobilize for support. I consider it a great privilege to be alive, but one of the reasons that I am alive is to be able to give back. So somebody have said that life is not about how much you know, but how much you love, right? So for me, it's more about loving people, it's about sharing, it's about distributing, it's about granting access, providing services and support for populations that really do not have, access or have such resources. I consider this such a great and noble cause. So last year when I clocked 40, I donated, several resources to children living with cancer in the hospital. I donated, art materials to children with, sickle cell anemia. And then, I went to the prison. Sorry, I visited the correctional center where I donated materials and resources, even to inmates and even to correctional officers. For me, it's I'm legacy driven. It's not about being popular. It's about living a purpose-driven life. It's about you living a life that is impactful, a life that is shining light on other people that can never pay you back. For me, that is very important in what I do. So it's beyond just saying I'm an artist, you're painting, you're drawing. How are you doing what you do in a sustainable way? How are people plugging in to benefiting largely from what you do? How can you mobilize for more support to be able to reach more population? So for me, all of those are very crucial. They're very, very important, because I believe very strongly, sometimes when I do sessions or we do sessions for the elderly people, they always say to me, thank you for remembering us. Thank you for not leaving us behind. We live in a generation, we are in a country that has forgotten about people who were once part of the society, people who have contributed significantly to social development. And then by reason of age, they felt abandoned, they felt neglected, they felt abused, because of one health condition or the other. But being able to go to the homes, remembering them, being able to interact with them, knowing fully well that they are human, knowing fully well they are not going to be treated because of what their diagnoses are, but more that they are human beings, they can function, they can connect, they can speak, and they can express themselves. All of these are very crucial. All of those are very, very important for me. So for as many who are on this Zoom call today, one of the best things you can do for me today to celebrate my birthday is to be able to purchase some of the images, the pictures I have curated on OpenSea. So I have curated 41 images from the sessions I have had with these elderly people, right? To mark my 41st birthday, now I have 41 images online. I believe very strongly through that I'll be able to provide more digital technology access for these seniors. About 5 homes I've done this VR session for about 5 homes, and I hope to do much more, but just starting on a smaller note. So I'm going to share very quickly what the minted NFTs look like, and then definitely for us to just see very quickly. Let me do that now. So this is my NFT platform on OpenSea. And yeah, as you can see, my profile says Kunle Adewale is an international humanitarian artist with a passion for art for health and well-being and social change. So for me, it's very important about using virtual reality or art for social change. So these are some of the images from the session I had with the elderly ones across the 5 homes, NFT for dementia care, and also VR for brain health. So NFT for dementia care, but a component of that is that resources or proceeds realized from this campaign will be used to purchase VR for brain health of these elderly people. And you can see the images, you can see the expression on their faces as well. And it's beautiful to see, they feel very relaxed, and then, the virtual reality made them feel young again. They felt younger again, enthusiasm. The VR really helped them to find the missing spark in their life. And then you see them expressing joy, expressing happiness. And then I just want these seniors to have, more opportunity to be able to engage and to stay engaged as well. So, sorry. Let me just see if I can just on one of the images here. So it's loading and okay. So the OpenSea is, is still loading, but then we can see some of the images here already, and I will share the link to these this NFT. They're very affordable at 0.05 Ethereum. That's the price. And then I'll be pleased if some of us can just purchase some of these images to support the campaign to purchase more VR sets for these older population and these elderly people. Just let's stop it because, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like I'm seeing it, they really collectively strike the amount of joy and happiness that these elderly people have experienced with this technology. And I think it's such a wonderful project that people should definitely support if they can, and we would really love if you could share the links to them below in the chat box, please, when convenient. Hello, Mr. Adewale.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, take your time. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much. I don't know if anybody actually has any question for me very quickly. We should be running up in the next 5-10 minutes. So I will be able to share the link to the NFT on OpenSea, and that people can just help to also populate and help to share. And then that way we can really mobilize for more support. This is one of the way of crowdfunding for social impact projects. NFT is just one of the good way of using, such digital space for, social good, right? For me, it's just very important and very essential as well. So I'm open to any question very quickly. We have like 5 minutes more, please.
Anyone have any question in the audience, please? Or if you're happy to do so, you can write your questions in the chat box below. Okay, I have a question for you, Mr. Adewale. Okay. So I remember looking at the NFT projects from Voice, the residency, and seeing this image of a guitar and some elements around there. And I wanted you to speak on if that's also part of this project as well, or is that something different?
No, it's kind of different. So, I mean, what I'm doing now is more focused on my project presently with the seniors. So the NFT with the voice residency program is kind of different. I have a kind of different body of work that I'm working on, but I want to speak more in the moment about the project I'm working on, which is the work for the elderly people, being able to get more digital access for seniors.
That's fine.
So for me,
I
it's more.
see someone, sorry, I see someone has a comment on Ofawukon Ayopo. Please, would you like to speak? I'll just unmute you right now.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kunle, for your fantastic work, for the presentation, and for all you are putting in for the betterment of mankind. My comment is I love the fact that most of the impact of your work is transgenerational. I know you have some work that is centered around children with cancer. You are working on the elderly. It's really fantastic that you are all inclusive in your social impact work. And I also want to mention that what you are doing is very good for cognitive function in these patients with dementia, aside from the art perspective, from the medical perspective and the neurological perspective too. Bringing up pictures and images that these persons living with dementia have experienced before is a fantastic process that aids their neuroplasticity. It helps them heal, even scientifically, apart from the impact angle. So it's a therapeutic thing scientifically, and there's a lot of studies and evidence to back the use of VR in patients with dementia. So kudos to you, sir. We appreciate you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ayoko, for that. Very quickly, let me respond because of our time. I'm going to respond to the question from Camelia. Yeah, so how do you see using VR in the future with seniors? I mean, there's so much possibilities. Like I said, this is the first kind of experience they are having in Nigeria. So it's this testing microphone for now. But now one of the things we plan doing is to curate local content, Nigerian content, something that's really like connects to them, to their person, to their favorite places. We started doing that already, but it's more of just amplifying that and also training more carers, professional carers, to be able to learn how to use digital technology to facilitate psychosocial support and also like creative engagement beyond drawing and painting. Even now, you know, in VR is also being used for painting, right? I have done that before. Now people can paint in virtual reality, the way they move their body. So, I mean, a sound or a music can be played, right? And somebody is expressing his body and moving his body. While the person is doing all of that, the person is actually painting through the movement, the hand, the dancing, all of those is being registered on a computer. It can be printed out and it can be made as part of an art exhibition collection. So there's so much possibilities in that area. So VR for physical fitness of elderly people, you know, it's very important. Some of them, you know, due to stroke, at least some of the people I work with, some of them actually have stroke. But I've seen how some of them that have stroke will actually dance and move their body on the wheelchair. It's just beautiful. It's amazing. There was this particular home that I went to. This man, I think he's actually visually impaired. He can't see. But they knew that we're actually doing a VR set, and then, you know, the VR session, sorry. And then so when the one particular man was done, the man stood up. He can't see, but he can actually hear and he can feel. He stood up and then he said, it's my turn. And then I looked at him like, it's your turn, how? You know, you need sight to be able to experience the VR. And then, but I never asked that question because VR itself is sound enabled. So even though if you can't see, you can hear. So that way he wore the VR and then, man, incredible, gosh. I was like, so when you think about disability, VR is providing access even for elderly people with disability. So there's so many components to the use of VR for seniors, whether in the area of, you know, mental health, their brain health, their physical health, their emotional health, their social health, their social interaction. There is huge potential. I have seen it. It's terrific. It's mind-blowing. So, but then we just need more funding support such that the VR can now be used in the home. Like the VR that I use in the home is with me. It's not with them, but I want them to be able to have their own. I know of one or two homes that are really interested in even buying the VR. When they saw the reactions of the elderly people, the way they responded in terms of the movement of their body, like, wow, Mr. Kunle, how much is this? Okay, now we would like to buy our own. And also they were inspired. These are new, these are kind of innovation for them, aside all of the regular thing they've introduced to the elderly people, right? So this can also help to, really help to create a new experience for seniors. Like I said, VR, is often considered as, for young people, but then VR can make older people to be young again, right? It can actually help them to connect. That intergenerational, connection can actually, can be facilitated with the use of VR. It's more of the art technology for health. So it's incredible. I can't, words can't really describe what the experiences are in the home. Like, it's incredible. And for me, it's interesting to see how I've continued to evolve. I mean, from use of art, from use of painting, traditional painting, like painting on canvases, painting on paper. Now we're moving into technology. So it's not business as usual. It's about what can we do? How can we evolve? How can we innovate? But most importantly, how can we provide access and digital technology, providing access for the older population. So I'm going to stop there because of our time. Really want to appreciate, yes, I think I'm going to stop there so that we can, I will share the link of the NFT via email with some of my friends here as well, and with people that also registered as well, so that people can actually be able to purchase. So, I mean, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me stop.